money on your mind? This question that was submitted by one of our listeners and audience members was, hey, Shannon, I am thinking about transitioning jobs or leaving the workforce and either starting my own business or moving to a different company. What are some of the things that I should consider before making this venture? So I get this question actually a lot because I love to help females in life transitions and specifically career transitions. And a lot of times women are afraid to make that leap because they want a level of security on the other side. So the first thing that I want you to understand, and this is a lot of the first advice I give most of anybody, is create that basis. Understand your cash flow, what goes in and what comes out, because what is the lifestyle you're living right now? Do you want that same lifestyle as you go forward? Or do you want the ability to be able to make more money? Or are you comfortable living without having to do all of the things that you're doing right now? I know so many people that want to make the more money, but are you willing to, as some people would say, sacrifice to get to that next place? Well, you need to make sure that you have savings set aside. No matter what element you're stepping into, maybe it's a step back in the workspace and you don't want to be working, the crazy demanding job anymore. And in fact, you just want to do something that allows you to do the work and leave the work at home, or perhaps you're starting your own business. Let's take those two examples into a couple different scenarios. Again, starting with cash flow, you need to understand what is it that you need. You also need to look long-term in both of those scenarios. One scenario, as the business owner, no one else is going to be saving for your retirement for you. So how are you planning in your business model to be able to save for retirement for yourself? And don't tell me that you want to do your business for the rest of your life. That's wonderful. I love what I do too. And so many entrepreneurs do, but a lot of people are not going to want to work until they are hitting their grave. So you need to understand what is it that you are saving for and how are you planning for that. On the flip side, if you're changing careers or you're downsizing, thinking about your employee benefits, what are the options that are available for you from a life insurance standpoint, a 401k retirement standpoint, health insurance? If you are a highly compensated individual and you are leaving and maybe you have restricted stock or stock options, what are those vestment periods? How can you manage for the tax liability? Is it going to be advantageous for you to take a lesser paying job in order to liquidate some of those positions to balance your tax liability? Again, in those situations, it's really important for you to establish or lean into your personal board of directors, as I always talk about. That's your financial advisor, your tax preparer, or your attorney. So those three individuals are the people that you're looking to lean into for advice in those scenarios. On the flip side, as a business owner, you need to understand that now you're responsible for that. Is that retirement savings, healthcare, insurance planning, all of tax planning, all of those things, making sure that you have your personal board of directors. So the other piece that isn't necessarily financial in this segment is I want you to understand deep down inside, where is the best place for you? You don't necessarily have to leave the workforce to find that balance. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you working in a corporate setting and believing that in a company wholeheartedly and building and growing within that company. But maybe it's just a place right now that you're not feeling that confident or appreciated or different things like that. So really do that gut check. And if need be, add that personal board of directors, either a therapist or a coach, to help you sort through some of those feelings. Sometimes we leave these positions thinking that we need something else bright and shiny, when in reality, there's just that inner work that we need to do. And I would say that is really important to do before any of those other logistics. But just to review the logistics, understanding what your lifestyle is, what does your cash flow look like, what goes in, what comes out, And how are you willing to flex with that lifestyle? What are your retirement benefits? How are you going to continue to save for when you don't want to work anymore? What are your other employee benefits like health insurance, life insurance, other stock options, restricted stock that you might have? And how will this decision be implicated by any of those other moving parts that you have? As always, if you have any questions that you would like to submit for Money on Your Mind, please go to forethoughtplanning.com. We would love to hear from you.